Hey guys, I noticed that in a lot of my videos, if you follow me, then you know that I'm talking to women about how we can raise our standards, how we can do better in dating and create better boundaries and respect ourselves more. And a lot of this is really triggering to the men that follow me or that watch me because they do not appreciate that I'm telling women to not accept minimum behavior. And so this video, I want to specifically talk about how the woman can become her best so that she is most dateable. And what I just said is kind of a weird way to say it because it is not so that she can become more dateable in the way that she doesn't need to do more to become more worthy, but it is the more that you work on yourself, the more that you can become a high quality partner, and you will have more to offer to someone who is also very high quality. And when you work on yourself, you elevate yourself to where you're going to attract somebody who is more evolved in turn. And because consciousness attracts consciousness. So if you are highly evolved, you're going to attract somebody who is on your level. You're not going to attract somebody who has not done the work on themselves. So with that being said, I want to talk about the ways that women can elevate themselves to become their best selves. And first, I want to explain, because, some of these people that watch me and they get really triggered and they say, well, you're one to talk. People do not know my story unless you've read my book, Becoming Strength, where I actually talked about leaving abuse and going to school while I was working 3 jobs, while raising a kiddo with a disability, and having a really long and drawn out court battle. So I went through a lot while I was elevating myself, while I was moving up in life and getting educated and working hard to become my best self. And it didn't end there either. I did a lot to elevate myself through healing. That women can elevate themselves is to pursue higher education. And I do need to touch a little bit on this because I think that some men say that they don't want a educated woman or a woman who has a high position in a career. And the reason for this oftentimes is because that man is triggered and he's jealous. And he's afraid that if you work really hard on yourself and you've gotten to this really high level in a career, but he hasn't, then you are going to be better than him. And he views it as competition instead of seeing your value and how much you've done. But that's not the kind of man that you want anyway, because the really high quality men out there will have also done the work. And so the highly evolved man is looking for a compatible partner who is intelligent and skilled in her craft. And so, moral of the story, go back to school, get education. Don't let anybody tell you that you don't need it, because the more that you can learn and grow and elevate yourself, the better position you're going to be to live an independent, fulfilling life. And you will attract a partner who wants the same if you continue to work on yourself. So that's the first thing. And the next thing is healing and facing your shadows and working through your own triggers and the areas where you need to release painful parts, release things that hurt you. And this does happen through, again, creating boundaries, which I talked about. But, and if you need more direction on how to heal, you can read my book, I Swiped Left. Again, The Evolving Woman's Guide to Dating, Twin Flames, and Healing. In this book, I do offer a roadmap to healing for the woman who wants to forgive herself. She wants to move past the hurt that she's gone through. So that's the second thing, is doing self-work and healing. So the third way that women can work to better themselves is through taking care of your physical body. And I want to say here that I understand health conditions, okay? I understand the struggle of things being out of your control. Oftentimes, there's a lot to dig into, okay? When it comes to being healthy, a lot more than simply going to the gym and drinking your water and eating your salads, right? There's a lot there. But I really encourage you, if you want to become your best self, do not ignore your physical health. And I say this for a couple of reasons. One of them being that when you start to dig into that, you will find a lot more, and you could find that you actually have underlying health conditions that have caused you to have a hard time with whatever it is that you feel like is just a physical symptom. Like, you could find that if you have a weight problem, that it stems back to a disease that you're unaware of that can be treated, right, by seeking the appropriate medical care. Or maybe it's that you have a vitamin D deficiency, or something, of that nature that actually relates to something that could be cured through medical help or naturopathic help or a somatic practitioner or something like that. Okay, but dig into it. Do not ignore your physical health. Do not ignore the signs that your body is giving you, because as you do this, you will become not only more connected to yourself, but also you will start to feel a lot better. And so when you pay attention to the physical health and you start to look at your diet and what foods that you actually really enjoy and what foods make you feel good, that's a really great place to start. And looking at exercise, like, what kind of exercise do you enjoy? Okay, because if you don't enjoy walking for 2 hours on the treadmill, it's not going to be benefiting you, because there's a connection between the physical, the mental, the energetic, and the spiritual, that you need to be doing things that bring you joy, and they will benefit you more. Anyway, I really hope that these tips have helped. And if so, please feel free to subscribe, like, share. I'm a self-published author, which means that nobody is sponsoring me to write any of this. I'm just doing it because I really, truly desire to help y'all. But if I could get love in return and get my posts shared more, that would really help me to reach more people. Thank you. Bye.